You know what? Nothing is honestly off the table at this point when we have seen the casting that we have already gotten for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for Black Snape. You would think the biggest thing that people are talking about right now is how excited they are for the show, but no, it has been ratio 269,000 dislikes to 268,000 likes. You wanted us to voice our opinions on this matter, and we have. This is shit. We have been saying this from the beginning. This is the slap in the face to J.K. Rowling's, which quite honestly, they don't really give a shit about. But if you thought this was going to be the only bad thing that has been officially confirmed, wait till you see what's going to be coming, which is probably going to happen at this point. OG Voldemort star himself from the Harry Potter movies, Ray Fiennes, has officially given his blessing to have Tilda Swinton as Voldemort, and that she would be fantastic. This coming from the people that think a Black Snape was a good idea. When you think about getting a female Voldemort, you understand after this casting already that it's probably not out of the realm of a possibility at this point. When you said you wanted to make everything accurate to the books, you want to have somebody that looks like a peacock honestly be able to play Lord Voldemort. I have nothing against Tilda Swinton. She's a great actress. She was great in Constantine. But now the fact that some fans are even calling for Swinton as he who must not be named, or it's going to be she who must not be named, enough to turn the Harry Potter show into a required viewing. You are out of your goddamn mind with some of these castings. What kind of sick, twisted fuck thought that this was going to be a good idea to do? I don't know how much pain some of you have been stemming to honestly think that Swinton is going to be good in this role, but honestly, even for the fact that you think that she could have a syllable aspect that is going to be proven to make this a British boarding school's Hogwarts look like a fun and comfortable environment for her. That's why I dislike films like Harry Potter, which tend to be romanticized such places. I think boarding schools are a very cruel setting in which to grow up in, and I don't feel children benefit from that type of education, she said. But now things are getting much worse because now Ray Fiennes is getting a shit ton of backlash for his thoughts on what should be happening with the casting of Voldemort. And honestly, yeah, he deserves some backlash on this shit. But yes, just to be clear, this was not his suggestion to nominate her for the role. This is his response to everyone else thinking that she should be nominated for the role. But when you've made this kind of casting decisions already, I'm honestly not surprised. And honestly, I hope they do it. I dare you. HBO, I dare you to do this. There have already been casting decisions that have been made, and there's quite a few that have not been made yet. I mean, fuck it. The resemblance right here is uncanny. I mean, I'm sold. I am absolutely sold on this. HBO, do it. Please do it. Take all my money. I encourage you. Please cast Tilda Swinton as Voldemort. When I did my reaction to this trailer, which if you want to go ahead and check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. Voldemort right now, and if you have Ralph Fiennes, he is the age right now from the books to play Voldemort again. Has he been approached by this? I'm honestly okay with it. Ray Fiennes was fucking awesome as Voldemort, and he did a great job with it. But Fiennes is going to be upset that he's getting some backlash from a ton of people who thought that he should even remotely suggest that Tilda Swinton even plays Voldemort is a stupid move on his part. And even now, when we're looking at the aspect that even Ray Fiennes himself thinks that it would be a fantastic idea for Tilda Swinton to play Voldemort makes no goddamn sense. The DEI and woke aspects of Hollywood truly know no bounds. Fiennes was still repeatedly asked for his opinion on who might take over the role of Voldemort next, and specifically his thoughts on casting Swinton, who had linked to He Who Not Been Named, has been linked to a very large fan circle. In response, Fiennes said that the Marvel and Narnia star would be fantastic as the role. You know, honestly, as I sit here reading this article still for you guys, honestly, when it comes down to this point, and honestly, this point alone, it just seems like something impossible that they would do. But then when we have to go back and look at the casting of Black Snape, no, this is absolutely up their sleeve. This is absolutely in the world of a possibility. When you honestly have to sit back and look at a casting decision from a TV show and you have to think, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? You already know the answer. The message is strong in Hollywood. And let's face it, when this comes from the studio that brought us I'm Gonna Be a Dad in The Last of Us Part 2, this is absolutely probably going to happen. And like I said, I encourage it. I hope they do this. I plead that they do this. But let's face it also, when it comes down to the continued backward ass casting about this, they do have their showrunner. Harry Potter series at HBO finds its showrunner and director. Succession alums Francesca Gardner and Mark Malloy will lead creative team and the show for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now, I didn't see Succession. I've heard good things about it, but honestly, it depends on the audience that is coming from. But what we've seen already, when you say you wanted to stay faithful to the source material and you wanted to do this accurately by the book and accordingly to J.K. Rowling, for all we know, she could have signed off on this shit. She says one thing about certain kind of people, they need to use their own goddamn restrooms and everyone else loses their mind. If you've forgotten already, J.K. Rowling agrees with the left on 99.99% of things already, except for one common sense issue, and everyone loses their mind. You make Tilda Swinton as Voldemort, everyone's going to lose their goddamn mind, and I can guarantee you, That will absolutely destroy the show. Black Snape was already the sinking ship, but if you want to have Madame Peacock as Voldemort, you will kill this show already. Let me know in the comment section below, do you think Ray Fiennes should still have fought harder to try and come back, even though he was asked a long time ago about the possible return, but since he hasn't heard anything, they have already found their Voldemort. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you did enjoy this video, I thank you all so much for watching. And, as always, until we meet again.